Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video here on Ripple. We're going to do a full update on the current situation here. I wanted to talk about some news yesterday morning, but I don't think anything major. There's anything major going on right now fundamentally that we need to talk about. So let's focus on the technicals, because technically, even though this chart might look messy, trust me, it's still intelligible for me at least. And the chart is quite interesting because yesterday, I mean, obviously XRP pushed up into that main resistance level here at 2.3, which is in general something we expected. But yesterday, one of the main things we looked at, as the chart is loading right here, is the fact that XRP BTC seemed to be not breaking out, but seemed to be turning more bullish as well. And I'm not certain what's going on with the Wi-Fi. It's taking a very, very long time right here, so I'll just talk in between. But no, what we saw is that XRP, found a very strong, or XRP BTC found a strong bottom, which is always great because that means that XRP can move independently of Bitcoin. Which is what you want, especially with Bitcoin at resistance, if you want to have more bullish momentum for XRP. And we also had a chance that XRP BTC would break out of a downtrend it was in. And that seems to have failed, all right? You can see that right here. Here we're looking at XRP BTC. We're still at a major support, but here it's very, very clear that yesterday we did spike up a little bit later in the afternoon as well. So then XRP was still relatively strong, and we also saw the Bitcoin dominance drop down a bit, which obviously goes hand in hand with this being bullish. But we respected the downtrend, all right? And we talked about that briefly yesterday, that, if we respect that downtrend, that's bad news. And then XRP is not going to outperform Bitcoin, and that's what we're seeing right now. So I'm probably going to call this video something like last chance for XRP, but honestly, I mean, if you go to the 4-hour time frame, we've already missed that chance, because we hit that resistance level right here at 2.28, which is not nothing, and then the main level we needed to hold is 2.17. Now, I still think there's a small possibility for XRP to still hold that. I think for Bitcoin, for example, it's also still possible to get a move into 96,500, but then we do need to see some strength today, all right? And well, that's probably not going to happen. It's probably not going to happen over the course of the European session or the end of the Asian session. So that has to happen during the New York Open. So then we still have a chance. But as it stands right now, given the loss of momentum, given the loss of volume right here, but also the technicals with that 4-hour reclaim below 2.17, 2.18, it's not looking great, all right? Therefore, I have to say it's most likely, even though we are at support here, I mean, we're at a high volume node right here, around 2.13, 2.12, and a fair value gap, so that's good. And I don't expect XRP to crash right here, but I do think it's most likely that we will settle down in the areas below here again. So that's around 2.05. And then, if Bitcoin really goes for a cascading move into 90,000, into 88,000, then 1.95 is also still on the line. But I expect XRP to be similar as last week, which means stable when Bitcoin is strong. And stable when Bitcoin is bearish, which we also said back then is a bit of a blessing and a curse. But something like this is what I would say is most likely. This last move only if Bitcoin pulls back lower as well. So that remains to be seen. Like I said, I don't think the final words have been said about that. But that's what I think you need to know for now. All right, so hopefully that helps. For now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.